All right. Denzel Curry, the Scythe. The Scythe, I know it's not just Denzel Curry. This is more of like a group or collection of underground artists. Strictly for the Scythe. 8 minutes, 8 tracks, just under 30 minutes. I'm expecting just a bunch of quick bangers. And I gotta say, I'm really happy this came out today. Because this morning, when I got up too early, as you can tell by the classic bob bags under my eyes, right? I didn't know what to pick. I didn't know what to listen to. I had some ideas, but really I just felt torn because things right now in the world are fucking not great. And it's tough because I feel very split. Right, I feel at the same time I feel like, wow, this is dumb and trivial, and there's so many incredibly critical, important, terrible things that are happening, and how can you just kind of sit around and listen to music and act like nothing's going on? And I feel like there's nothing I can do about that, and to sit and worry and to chew my fingernails and walk in circles and pull my hair out that I don't have, it doesn't do anything, So it's a weird strain, balance between just what do you do with the mind? I don't know. And that's really the answer. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know how we're supposed to deal with this. Protesting, I think, is a great thing. I don't know how effective it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's it. That's one thing I'm not gonna, I hope I never find myself in the place of, so many, like you see political commentators online. And so all these people who they have the right answer and this is what you're supposed to do. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. So all that said, I'm going to approach this from let's just try and shrug it all off. Much like what Tyler, the Creator, did from the beginning of Tap the Glass, right? Body movement. Leave your baggage behind. Let's just sit back, listen to some music, listen to some bangers. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting anything deep. But I am expecting and hoping, let's get some fucking bangers going. Let's get some energy, and let's check it out. And it's got to be weird for Denzel Curry and company to work on this album for however long. I know it's been in the works for a couple months now. I've been seeing little things about it. And then it's like, all right, we're going to release. And, oh, shit. Right. We're releasing essentially kind of at the start of maybe World War III. Oh, that's got to be weird as an artist, Okay. Well, there you go. There's my weird opening thoughts. My thoughts are helter-skelter. Last week I was all over the place. I'm a little bit more normal today. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll assume it's good. Normal Bob is good? Maybe? What is Normal Bob? I have no idea. No idea. Let's check it out. Strictly for the Scythe. I like the cover. Cool cover. I'm hoping that was human-made artwork. I'm going to assume that's the case. I like the cover. I like how it's kind of... it almost looks like it's shaded with pen instead of pencil, which is kind of cool. I always like those drawings where... I have a friend of mine who used to do that a lot. He would do like the dots. He would do dots instead of shading. And it looked really cool. It's a cool cover. Some of these names I recognize. So Tia Corrine, I almost did a reaction to a couple months back. And the weekend I was into the reaction to her album, I think it's called Corinian, was the weekend Battlefield 6 came out. And I immediately got hooked on Battlefield 6, and I just said, no, I'm only going to play Battlefield 6 this weekend. I'd even put it in the schedule on Discord, and then I lined it out and just said, no, I'm addicted to Battlefield 6. What I like about that story is she has been doing live streams and shooters and stuff like that. So I feel like anybody would appreciate me not listening to an album just to play Battlefield 6. I feel like it would be her. Anyway, here's track 1. It's the Scythe. Tia Corrine and A$AP Ferg are featured. You've got beautiful, I don't know how you would say that. Beautiful Movin'. I love it. Postronaut, that's a great name. Postronaut. And DJ Quays, I'll say, producing. Here is track 1, opening the Scythe strictly for the Scythe. Here we go, dropping it.
I'm working on dying.
Oh, yeah. right out the fucking gate. Yeah. I like this. The swag's off the chart. Heard Tia before, but not a lot. Like the speed through there. Cool mix of like kind of energy, but also a little muted on the production. All up in the cat like spaghetti is all on my sleeve. Got rubies that fall to my knees. They think it's spaghetti, that's all on my team. We take from the rich and we give to ourselves. What's the point of me robbing hood? On the ground, get the money, so give up the goods. I might have the stash in a new bank. Gotta keep it true like a fin about a new tank. Denzel sounds fucking good too, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Great opener. Great opener. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the production on this one. Let's see if it drops into 2. Yeah, it does. Perfect. Oh, great transition too. Great transition too. That was good. That was a really good transition. I didn't want to stop it. I didn't want to stop, but I'm contractually obligated by a contract that does not exist to stop it. On the production, I really like that like foundational backbone beat that's also just kind of muted a little bit. It wasn't like a hard hit. It was kind of like a boom, 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 boom. You know, it was just had a nice like thick sound, but it didn't have these hard hitting edges. And so it was just kind of like this cool, almost like a cyberpunk type of style in that like core part of the production. Tia sounded great. A$AP Ferg sounded fucking good. Denzel sounded good. No wasted time. No wasted time with like just a good 3-minute opener. Let's click on this annotation, the opener. People trying to fuck with the Scythe, you get sliced. Let's see what the annotation is. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is great. There's a picture and everything. We gotta slide it over, you guys. You see this? There's a picture and everything. The Scythe is an oh shit! I clicked off shit. Here we go. Here we go. The Scythe is an agricultural tool with a long curved blade, but is also associated with the Grim Reaper, the personification of death. Denzel is saying that trying to mess with him, you'll get sliced or face fatal consequences. The repetition of this frames it as an inevitable threat. Oh, God. Genius. God bless you. Genius so much. It's just incredible. I've said so many stupid things in my time of making videos, but I never said shit like that. Anyway. Let's read Tia Kareem's verse. High key, I'm feisty. I come through way too icy. The swag's off the chart, so that's why they don't invite me. Spike Lee, come make a movie. Booty Nick at night. Me, it's beef. Come and shoot it. I don't fuck with all that typing. I like that. I'm lit. You're trying to act like you ain't hip. You ain't hip. Now you better give advice. Anyway. You're worried about rent. I'm worried about rock and designer. I admit I can't understand. On that midsection through her verse, I really like how she cranked up her speed of her flow. She really just fucking flew right through there. But don't never say that shit, because this bitch cold fix my lips, pop some shit, because it feels good. I'm riding pretty with some biddies, twerking on my hood. Oh, fuck. Bitch front get parked like Rosa. I did like Denzel Curry's. We take from the rich and give to ourselves. What's the point of me Robin Hood? Good play on words there too, but like, yeah, if you're gonna fucking rob somebody, you might as well rob from somebody who has a lot, right? Rather than robbing from the people who are around you if they don't have that much. All right, let's not spend too much time trying to focus on just energy, bangers, going, not really an intellectual experience, right, that we're trying to have here. So track 2 is called Lit Effect. It transitioned perfectly into it. We've got BK the Ruler, Laserdem 700. Benny X is producing. Brian Yeeps, I'll say. Chris Dunkley. Beautiful movement, and I love it. Dropping into 2 at the beginning, so it's kind of got, I'm cutting the transition here, but here we go. Here's Lit Effect.
Y'all niggas don't got no money, you can't
Oh, yeah.
that you beef on that.
Yeah.
Deep bitch you do it 613 wiggin', they think that's insane, I'm not into that. Ultra gone nigga, now underground, bitch, I got too much humble dick in the say we kinda act with the no Twitter talk, we on some new shit. I got that little fat, wow, bitch, I got that little fat, bitch, I got that little fat, bitch, I got that little fat, bitch.
I like the bass, like the bass.
Bitch, I got that little fat, what? Talking that on the Twitter, bitch, what? I got that little fat, wow.
I got that little fat. Nigga rich on the internet. Nigga caught out, I don't get into that.
Oh, okay, they switched. So this is Laserdem.
Nigga ain't got no motion. Nigga irrelevant. I can't have a nigga. I'm too lit for that. Internet popping. I'm not with that. Nigga rich online, having fake rap. Nigga tweet while he drinking.
Rich online, having fake racks.
Nigga see me popping. Nigga hate that. Nigga take his gun. He can't get it back. Nigga trolling while he lying on his back. And my jerk fitted. This shit store rack. These nigga hoes taking
Good
over that.
production
Nigga ain't
again,
touching money.
dude.
Take another pound.
Y'all niggas.
I'm going to pause right there real quick to say, you know, everything I said about the production from track 1, the Scythe, I like how it, you know, the transition was so good. And then it kind of rolls into, this is almost like if track 1 is like cyberpunk, this almost feels like cyber goth. Like we haven't completely changed the sound style, but this has more like a darker, kind of like gothic type of like cathedral, like dark cathedral type of a sound style, which I like. Like I'm really kind of curious to see what they do with the production. If it just goes from song to song to song, it never lets up, and then the production just constantly like evolves into these different sounds and shit. Which, I mean, obviously each song's gonna sound different, but I like how it feels like track 2's production is an evolution from track 1 rather than just being kind of like a completely different style, if that makes any sense.
I got that little effect. Half of y'all don't know that I am that nigga yet, huh? I've been ducked off in the silhouette. Never was worried about bills when they bill a check, huh? Patriot.
When they bill a check, Patriot.
Like it's pages or something. I'm a legend in the making of something. And that's the reason why they hating or something. I can tell that you getting no dough. You was talking on the internet. You broke. And how niggas say I scare hoes when these niggas don't got no hoes. Hit him with the V5, oh fun. Buddy, I'm a big stepper, you a bum. If a nigga try me, red rum. If a nigga try me, red rum.
Red Rum, Murder Backwards, that's that book, Stephen King book.
I know they can't afford it. Pay attention to the way somebody moves just to get a leg up, thinking that I'm kind of Morgan. Beat the weakness in the game and exploit it.
Pretty good,
Your misfortunate is highly avoided. Your perception by the nigga destroyed it. When I look at you, I see unemployment.
Y'all niggas don't got no money, you can't tell
Good
me that
production,
you beef
man.
on that internet.
Good production.
Deep bitch you do it
Denzel
613
sounded great
wiggin',
again,
they think
too.
that's insane, I'm not into that.
Oh, don't fade out. No. Interesting. I was hoping, anyway, there's my hopes. My hopes dashed. Yeah. Just a clean cut. Okay, that's fine. We'll allow it. Well, we'll allow it. Oh, man. So, pay attention to the way that somebody moved just to get a leg up, thinking that I'm Captain Morgan. I like that one. So, Captain Morgan, the rum, the cover is the pirate, and he's got one leg up on a it's like a cask or something, right? Isn't it? Yeah, on a rum cask. That's pretty funny. And then the Bill Belichick one is pretty funny too. Never was worried about bills when they bill a check. Patriot making this paper and saving it till it's looking like pages or something. So Belichick, obviously the coach for the Patriots. So good little wordplay there. I'm a legend in the making or something. That's the reason why they hate or something. I can tell that you get no dough. You was talking on the internet. You broke. I bet there is a strong correlation between The amount of time people spend on the internet compared to the numbers that are sitting in their bank account. Probably. And how people say I scare hoes. They don't get no hoes. They're probably going to say this is a reference to scaring the hoes. Oh, yeah. Well, Denzel and JPEG. So the annotation could be reference to the experimental rap album, but they're saying that because Denzel and JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown have worked together. So, yeah, sure. It's probably just a subtle little nod. I put that on the other day, scaring the hoes. Oh, man. Garbage Pail Kids. That fucking beat, man. It's like a sledgehammer pounding apart a concrete floor. It's so good. So good. Love that one. Peep the weakness in the game and exploit it. The most fortunate is highly avoided. Your perception about a person destroyed it. When I look at you, I see unemployment. Good shit. I like the constant stabs of, I can tell you don't have no money because you're on the internet, the way you're on the internet. And then there was something rich online having fake racks, drinking 8-pack. I don't know what drinking 8-pack is. I don't know what that is. Oh well, let's not get hung up. Let's keep moving. Trying to keep it light, not get too hung up on lyrics and stuff like that. Good little wordplay, good verses, good flow, good sound too, just vocally. This is track 3. It's called PHONY. It's featuring Juicy J, Key Niata, I'll say, and ASAP Ferg. Producers are Beautiful Movin', I Love It, Oogie Mane, and this is probably a simply known as Kimchi. Okay. I didn't know if it was what's it? When all the letters makes a word. What's that? All the letters make a word? Not an abbreviation. Acronym. Anyway, drop it into 3. PHONY. Here we go. This is the longest one at 4 minutes and 10 seconds. I like that 2 fades out and then 3 fades in. That's cool.
Always doing favors, then they say you owe me shit. I had to cut the shit. They on some other shit. It's strictly for the site. We on some members only shit. We hate that phony shit. They think you know me shit. Always doing favors, then you say you owe me shit. I had to cut the shit. They on some other shit. It's strictly hypnotized. We on some members only. It don't make sense when a nigga fake rich, but he asked for something. I'm baffled. They borrow shit, turn around, won't give you a quarter back, Matt Hassel. But the funniest thing to me be when these niggas say I got you. And all that beat that was in the streets of computers, now they action. Yeah, I got all this dope. I'ma wake up in the morning and give me some more. Might hire your favorite rapper to drive me around LA and fuck my door. That's that bullshit. I know your broke ass don't know nothing about that. If they want static, we gon' spin like we running.
People talking shit on this album. This is great. I'll pause real quick. I'll just touch on Juicy J, a couple of the lines that I really liked. Don't make no sense when a person's fake rich, but he asks for something. I'm baffled. They borrow shit, turn around, won't give you a quarterback. Matt Hassel. So Matt Hasselbeck was a quarterback for the Seahawks. So that was like a good little just fuck around wordplay right there. I like that one. I like that one a lot. And then I like this line a lot. This is a good shit talking line. Might hire your favorite rapper to drive me around LA and open my door. Good shit.
Honestly, in my opinion, I thought you would get it eventually. What was I wrong? Trying to fit in over here is impossible. Ultra high is what we setting the bar. You can't ride in this car.
Good shit.
Always doing favors, then they say you owe me shit. I had to cut the shit. They on some other shit.
Liking the production again too. It's so far the first 3 songs have tied together like with a bit of like a thematic vibe, style.
BB holding my grip. Can't get a membership when it comes to the Scythe niggas ready to flip. Spinning by that grip for the Cartier bus, put a drip on my Detroit bitch. Yeah, pump fake nigga, you a bitch, got the all brown down. I don't wanna talk on my shit. Yeah, fit check, put you in the gallery full of them people that sleep with the fish. Yeah, trying to fit on this shit like they had a new rag when they spinning that shit.
Good flow through here too, man. How does it go into 4? Does it just transition again? No. Well, that's fine. That transition from 1 to 2 though was like it should almost be illegal. How good that one was, that transition. If you ain't talking about money, then get off my call log. You've been hanging on by a thread, but asking me when I'm gonna fall off. Denzel, when are you gonna pop your shit? They cool, but not like this. How you fave me when you don't make sense? Swear to God, people smoking dick, pogo when they want to jump on the ship. That's a no-go. What's this about? There's an annotation here. This might be a reference to the popular Phodian and rage-baiting game Pogo Stick, which includes a playable character jumping on a stick. Maybe. I have no idea what that is. Okay, I have no idea what that is. A$AP Ferg sounded great. So did Seki Nayada. I'll say, is that how you say it? He sounded good, man. Everything so far, vocally, like vocal performance, flow, and all that stuff, just fucking confident, power, crisp, cracking them off, great flow, just good power, good energy throughout so far. I mean, I know we're only 3 songs in, right? But when you're doing something like this, 8 tracks, 30 minutes, you kind of just got to power through big time. And what's kind of neat too is I think about SD Kid. That's a rebel. That one's been blowing up, and he's been doing pretty well, which is pretty cool. I actually saw recently he tweeted, I think I reposted it, that album now has officially 1 billion streams. And what's interesting, why I think about that one is because I think that's 12 tracks at 22 minutes. And so obviously those songs are just bam, 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 right? They just go right through. And when you're in this lane of trying to just have just energy, just go, 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 go. To me, that makes more sense having just quick, 2.5 minutes, like just quick, bam, 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 bam. So what's cool is with this one so far, we're 3 in, and we're 3 for 3, in my opinion. A couple, 3.5 minutes, a little over 4 minutes. It's hard to have that sustain, but what's working, in my opinion, is the fact that it's this guy with the verse, and then this verse, and then this verse. If it was just one person, maybe then they feel more compelled to put a little bit more into the lyrics, maybe, and then maybe it starts to feel like it's dragging a little bit. But really what's kind of cool is you've got this person jumping in with their verse, and then this person jumps in with their verse. It does give it a 4-minute song. It almost makes it feel like, a song and a minute and a half of this person, and then a minute and a half, and then it kind of gives it little chops. So to me, it keeps the power going, the energy going, if that makes any sense. Anyway, let's go to 4. MUTT that bit. I will say, I cannot wait for this stupid thing to go away. This non-swearing, swearing. Just fucking swear. Like, I don't get it. And I don't get how, I don't know, maybe this is where I'm just being old, but like people think it's cool, I guess. Whatever. To me, it looks just dumb. Just swear. Say that shit. It's fine. Anyway, track 4, MUTT that bit. 1900 Rugrat and Kinayata are features. Skip on the Beat, Swaggy Ono, and I Love It are producing. I think I Love It is produced on all 4 so far. Dropping into 4. Here we go. 4-minute track.
I'm a MUTT this hoe. My game mom's really on 10. I make bands, I don't make friends. If I did it once, I'll do that shit again. As soon as I get in my bag, I'ma MUTT that bitch. As soon as I get in my bag, I'ma MUTT that bitch. Do the most every time I'm MUTTing it. Then they ask, do I get enough love? Got none of it. Niggas gon' hate, that come with it. Gotta smack 'em with a stick like I'm finna start putting it. Swinging, they thinking I'm golfing. If I MUTT it, they ass in a coffin. Been 100 like my nigga Austin. Boy, you been taking L's, you the Dolphins. Bitch,
Oh, shit. The poor Dolphins.
Them boys known to slide with holes in your top like they trying to keep bugs alive. 3-0 plus the 5. Tell Burger on my way and I'm on the way live. Denzel rep in the Scythe and I represent my life. Anybody want a motherfucking dog? I make bands, I don't make friends. Hey, my day one really on 10.
Like a cash register sound effect.
Hey, if I did it once, I'll do that shit again. Hey,
This one's feels like it's dialed back just a little bit. His verse was great. He was really pushing through on the verse, but overall the vibe is a little bit dialed back. Interesting voice. That's the first time I've heard 1900 Rugrat. I like the. I am a little hesitant because it's track 4 of 8, and it feels like we're kind of just letting off the gas just a little bit. Now, that's not necessarily a problem, but I hope we get energy coming back in. You know, I like the sound, I like the style. It seems like we're a little chill now, and you know, it is fairly common, in my opinion, from the stuff I listen to. It's like coming strong with the first couple tracks, and then you just kind of chill out just a little bit, right? Like get your breath, right? It's almost like the set list for a live show. You come in strong, high energy, go nuts. Second song, go nuts, keep it going. Then it's like, all right, we're starting to get a little tired out here on the floor. All right, let's dial it back just a bit. You can catch your breath, and then we'll go hard again. So we'll see what ends up happening with the track list for this. But that's a pretty common order to have. First time hearing 1900 Rugrat. Interesting voice. Kind of liked it. Different. Let's keep going. I was going to read lyrics. Let's just keep going. I'm talking about energy. Let's just keep going.
Remember them days I could only imagine. Now it's reality. Niggas mad at me because I got the eyes but never cross the T unless it crosses me. Eye for an eye is what it's gotta be.
I like that.
My day one's really on 10.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with this one too. I'm cool with this one.
Hey, if I did it once, I'll do that shit again.
Let's see how it closes out. Does it roll into 5? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, there you go. Kinayata. I'm liking. I did it round holding gold, but it ain't the Olympics. I heard their moral's been taking Ozempic. I like that. Money get tight, it turn people to bitches. So run up your digits, safety first, hate me hers. Specifically when I'm spending cash and you're at work. If your bitch is bad, I'm taking her. I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna do the worst. We do this shit that put you in a bag. You gotta clean after your kids as a daddy. Fuck what they say that they got because we haven't. Remember them days? I can only imagine. Now it's reality. People are mad at me because I dot the I's, but I never cross a T unless it crosses me. Eye for an eye is what it's got to be. I'm liking Kinayata. Yeah, good shit, man. Good shit. I love Denzel Curry. I make bands. I don't make friends. Which might be like a clever double meaning for this specific project, since it's kind of like a band. You know, there's multiple people involved. And so you're not necessarily friends, but like it's even more so. But also bands, of course, being for money. Oh, shit. People are going to hate. That come with it. Got to smack them with the stick like I'm finna start putting it. Swinging. They think I'm golfing. If I'm mutting their ass in a coffin. Been out there like my friend. I should... the other day, I finally slipped up. I left it in on the J. Cole reaction. It's the second disc. I left it in because I finally slipped up. It's tricky reading, you know, because the eye just goes. And usually I do a pretty good job, like 90. I have a 99% success rate. Actually, over 99%. But man, I slipped up the other day. It caught me. It finally caught me. One of those words I'm not supposed to say done fell out of my mouth. And then I told a fun story about the first time I accidentally said it while listening to music in the car. In the morning, I was driving to work and I was listening to Wu-Tang. 36 chambers. Shame. Shame. I even know where I did it too, the roundabout. Shame on it. And then it just, whoa. Anyway, let's keep going. Fun little story. Let's go to 5. It's called HOOPTY. HOOPTY is one of my favorite words. I love the word HOOPTY. It's such a great word for kind of a piece of shit car. It's what I call, well, not my car, but I can't really, never mind. I can't say too much. I'm going to start giving away too much information. People are going to figure it out. The internet is very clever. They put things together pretty fast. Every now and then I bump into people who are like, oh yeah, I was wondering because you said this once and then you said that once. And then it's like, Jesus, it don't take much. It doesn't take much to start putting things together. Anyway, it's got Tia Kareen and Smino. Beautiful Moving and I Love It are producing. This is 5 HOOPTY. Fade in. Cool. Yeah, there we go. I already like this one. Yeah, I like this one already. Good beat. Just great party song. That fucking bass hit right there. Oh, it's got that like crunchy shit to it. Wow, wow.
Little bitch lose weight like Ozempic, she worried. Cause I'm out here ballin' like Curry. I done blew up, now she eat me like Kirby. On a bitch head like a flat iron. Sliding on the dick like a silk worm. On a bitch head like a silk brick. Yeah, young nigga ballin' kid, Gil Crit.
Oh, wow. I want to say I have heard this sample, this high-pitched sample before, but no. I'm just thinking of another song that has something like that. Yeah. So, fortunately for us, there is an annotation for the line, all the girls going crazy out the hoopty. So, let's take a look at the annotation. Let's see, what does this mean? Oh shit, it's saying something I don't even understand the reference to. So it just says, damn Jermaine, we get it, man. Mustard for life. Reference to J. Cole saying, whatever. I mean, it's a brand new album. People get on Genius and sometimes they write some crazy shit. I was hoping for the standard Genius annotation, where it means several women are hanging precariously from the window of a moving vehicle. There's some stupid shit like that, right? Oh, fuck. I am worried that Tia Kareen might actually take my wife. I ain't gay, but I still take your wifey. I'm a frozen cup on my icy, and I ain't gay, but I'll still take your wifey. Spend a stack on a white tee. That's a little too much money, in my opinion, for a white t-shirt. But there you go. I'm on the internet a lot, so you know that I'm broke. I'm actually spending a lot less time on the internet recently. I just have to. I can't fucking do it, man. The news cycle, everything that's happening is crazy. Great party song. You know, and honestly, this is kind of like a good snapping out of it for a second here because what a great party song, but also, you know, what I said at the beginning of let's just try to take all that shit and just put it to the side for a minute. And this album's been doing that. This album has been doing that for me, honestly. And that's something that I really do love about music, about this channel, about this activity of sitting down. And I mean, you know, days like today, I don't necessarily have to have the lyrics up because, you know, there's been some fun wordplay, but like, you know, there's not a whole lot of, you know, digging and puzzle solving to do. But this exercise, in a sense, is almost like my own form of meditation. You know, the rest of the world goes away for a while. And whatever, if you don't have something like that, try and find something. And a big part of that really is putting these damn things down, you know, the phone, and just, for me, it's just don't, like if I'm at my desktop, I've got 2 monitors, you know, don't have up the fucking internet on the second monitor. If I'm sitting here playing a game, just play like really try and just focus on a thing. And it sucks because it feels like that's harder, you know? And I think it's a lot of just the environment that we're in. There's so much shit. Anyway, let's not get bagged up, right? Let's keep going. Energy. Go. Track 6, You Ain't Gotta Lie. It's featuring 454, who is somebody I want to sit down with. I liked him in the past. I forget which album that he was featured on. Lil Tyler, I'm not familiar with. Benny X is producing. I'm very familiar with. Here is 6, You Ain't Gotta Lie. The production's moved around a lot. More than I was expecting. More than I was hoping. But in a good way. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Kind of makes me think of it, and I mean, this is a stretch. But it makes me think of God damn it, what was the song off of Jid? The Skater Town or da 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 da. I like that song a lot too. And I know those 2 songs don't really sound like similar, really, in like direct production style and stuff, but kind of like the vibe. You know, that Skate. I think it's just called Skate. That song. Yeah, I can totally hear that being played at a roller rink and you're skating around. But then I feel like this song could come on right after. And like, oh yeah, we're still in that same vibe of like going around the roller rink and the fucking lights and shit like that kind of a thing.
Touchdown when I slide in the end zone. Ain't gotta lie that you know I'm tryna spend some. I put it all on the table for the income. Stick and rolling and not looking into. I'm all in my zone, packed out front the strip club. Shawty stack, got an ass.
Yeah, I like 454, man.
My words like them boys put the stick up.
Hit it like, ooh, when I hit it from the back like, I had a little bit, don't be shy. Then she let me put the minute to the side. Hold up, let me get in my vibe. Hold up, let me get in my vibe. Hold up, had to say the shit twice. Baby girl, I got money, no lies. So let me get out the bands real quick. I pull up my pants, then stick. Pull out the bands real quick. I pull up my pants, then stick.
Yeah. This totally feels like another type of we can just go around the roller rink type of thing.
Pretty feet. Had a little bitch on the knees all night, she would eat me up. I can't pass her the weed. Yeah, I got them bands and shit. Diamonds on my neck, need to put them on TikTok. They like to dance and shit. Got me some money now, all the hoes telling me that I'm a handsome chick. Yeah. That money look good to you, don't seem like the money calling every time that my phone. I don't gotta ride your way, nigga, I'ma do my own. I don't need a handout, nigga, I'ma get my own pay. Every time they see me when a nigga outside, all the fans wanna pick. For the ones who think he young nigga getting money, let me pull out them bands real quick. Pull up my pants, then stick. Pull out the bands real quick. I pull up my pants, then stick.
Kind of like the the hit a little bit with the production there. Sling that wood. Yeah. That's another just fun song. You know, during that last section there, when I was just kind of, chilling out, listening to it a bit, I was thinking, early on, those first 2 tracks, right? I really like the kind of like the production aesthetic. Like I was saying, like this cyberpunk, this cyber goth almost, right? And we've shifted away from that, obviously. Totally fine with that. But there was a moment, and you might even be able to see it. Like if you go back and rewatch, you might be able to see like a split second where I was like, oh. Just a split second of sad Bob because no more cyber goth. Oh, shit, man. I noticed it in my own self. I went, oh, that's funny. That's funny. It is fun to come into an album or an EP or whatever you want to call this and really having no expectations other than just fun. Just have some energy, have some fun, some fucking silly words, some wordplay, some talking some shit, just catchy beats, energetic beats. It is nice. I was thinking, though, too, when it got to Lil Tyler's verse, I got the bands on me. All my hoes got a fat ass, pretty feet. Had the bitch on her knees on, had the bitch on her knees all night. She's gonna eat me up, can't pass the week. Those lyrics, if I would have listened to this last week, no. And that's why last week when I picked out a Billy Woods album to listen to, because my brain was just in this very, very different space. And I was not interested in anything like this at all. And this is what makes reactions tough, and not so much reaction stuff because I just, I do what I do, but more so trying to pick an album. And because I don't know what the hell it is. I don't read lyrics ahead of time. People send me some descriptions, but sometimes they're not that accurate. Sometimes. And so it's kind of nice how it just worked out where this album's coming out today instead of last week. Because last week I probably would have felt obligated to listen to it. And honestly, last Friday, me specifically, I probably would have complained about this. And so it's interesting how just your own mood, your own state of mind, everything, all that shit matters. And that's a challenge. That's something I try to care about as far as what I do on this channel of try and appreciate music. I don't want to try and be critical of music or criticize or be a critic toward music. Just want to try to appreciate it. But even in that lane, it can be hard because sometimes you're just not there, So there you go. Random little side story. And then also I got to point out the line, all my hoes got a fat ass, pretty feet. That's good. Oh, is there an annotation? There is. Let's read the annotation, shall we? Let's get the... Oh. Here's the annotation. Lil Tyler likes big bag size and has a feet obsession. Pretty good. Good annotation. Let's go to 7. This is called Tan. It's featuring BK the Ruler and Tia Kareen. Beautiful moving. I love it. Oogie Mane and Kimchi are producing. Here is track 7, Tan. Oh. We're going to start with that bass beat that shakes the entire rear window. Wow.
For some money, bitch, do some 10. And we on a trip to Hawaii, bitch, get it 10. I got guala sticks and even a black Sprinter van. But besides all that, she gon' fuck me cause I'm Bruce and 10. Bruce and 10. Who the young nigga that be running it? Bruce and 10. Who walk in this
This little...
Bruce and 10. Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Bruce and 10. Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Who walk in this bitch on some money shit?
Not terribly into this one initially, but we're only 45 seconds in.
I'm taking red. Not no Cardi shit. I might dye my hair the color red. Fuck your man's bitch. Let me take your pretty ass instead. To the clan bitch, level 5, print it on my head. To the clan bitch, level 5, print it on my soul. Level 5 coat, put her floor. Level 6 instead. Take a ride home. Bruce and 10. Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Bruce and 10. Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Who walk in this bitch on some money shit? Who walk in this bitch?
I'm not really into this one. And I hate what I'm about to say because I feel like you could apply it to other songs. But it's kind of repetitive, but it's also lacking some of the energy. You know, earlier, obviously, there's been other songs that have been repetitive in terms of just like lyrics and stuff like that, and structure, like HOOPTY, right? But HOOPTY was a very up song. This one's like, nah. It's kind of like spacey a little bit, which is fine. But I like with this one, I feel like maybe it's just because there isn't as much energy. I feel like we're just kind of going through the motions rather than kind of really doing something in a sense, if that makes any sense. I kind of feel like how I felt listening to the most recent Baby Keem album, Casino, which everybody loved. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, I guess. And I remember that weekend getting online and just kind of poking around a little bit to see what people were saying. And like, so many people were like, oh, this is Baby Keem's best. I just loved it. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if this is my like old head moment. Where has it finally happened? Have I listened to enough hip hop that now the new hip hop doesn't sound that good to me, but everybody loves it, but now I'm the old I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm on this one. It's not, I don't know if I'd skip it, but I'm not really getting into it. Maybe Tia Curry can turn it around. I've been going ham, egg and cheese. Yeah, not really feeling this one. I like that. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a skip for me. At minimum, it's a song that I'm not really going to like, when it's on, I'm not going to be paying attention to it. I'll just kind of like, you know, like if I was playing a game or something and it came on, it's like, yeah, okay. I'm not really going to listen to it much as far as like focusing on it. It's fine. It was fine. One more. Up. Not the movie. Not the movie. Great movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. My wife and I can't watch it because those first couple of minutes, like the first 5 minutes where it shows like the whole relationship between the guy and his wife and then she dies and stuff. Oh my God, we just cry like babies. The both of us just cry like babies. And it's got the piano music. Oh my God. Rest of the movie though, great movie. You want the ball? Oh yes, yes, I very much want the ball. Yes, I want the ball. Anyway, feature Rich Kid, A$AP Ferg, and Sad Boy. Beautiful Movement and I Love It are producing. This one's a little over 4 minutes. Final track dropping in. Here is Up. Curious to see how it closes out. Production's kind of wandered off a bit. Like to get high, let's go up. Interesting. We're gonna end on a chilled out vibe.
Find her. I'm a rich ass nigga, I can pipe it life up. All these hoes tryna get wiped up. These all Eliante, get your ice up. If you get into the mother, hold your wrist up. Like 4 a.m. tryna get my dick sucked. Lamborghini all black, but the pity bitch up. We ain't never going down. I get happy when I look at my account.
We gotta read this annotation. So here's the line. I get happy when I look at my account. What's the annotation? You're perfect. He has so much money in his bank account, so he's happy when he sees the number. Fucking perfect. Very spacey. Very high, right?
You a little baddie with a fatty too swaggy, but your mind is a true cheat code. Broke up, so we both broke. I wonder if that was the way to go. I wonder if we ever get back together, get cheddar, and get lit instead of Domingo. Lambos with the butterfly dose. I'm Rambo with a nigga boat. I'm in a kitty and I'm looking like the Hulk. Yeah, then approached by a couple other folk. They rich, but they inside broke. Hood pope on a boat, looking like I'm selling dope. Get a whip for my bitch, pick a mini, money, mo.
You like to get high, let's go screeching through.
I'll let it finish, I guess. I was just gonna say that's a pretty good flow, pretty good energy, but a little less in the vibe lane. But good verse, though. Good flow. I'm very torn. It's weird. I'm having like a weird experience right now, just because I'm liking this like really vibed out chorus, and I'm liking who was it again? A$AP Ferg. I really like how he spit through there on his verse. And it's kind of a cool verse too, talking about, they broke up and just all this different stuff. And I'm like torn because part of me is like, oh, well, but you just can't put those two together, but they like work. And so it's like, whatever, every now and then, right, you hear somebody say they like some weird food combination. You're like, what? That sounds crazy to me. And, oh, no, it's really good. No. That's kind of what this song has just done with that verse, with that flow. Because A$AP Ferg really just fucking punched through, man. I mean, he was, especially that part, get the cheddar, get to Atlanta, go to San Domingo. Like the way he kind of like sang that little bit right there, just but then to do that on top of a vibe, right? Like, no, it doesn't work. But it does work. I don't know. It's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Anyway, that's my story. That's my story. I really like this. A little bit of strings in there. Wow. I'm very surprised just because, initially when the song first started, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to end on a vibe note. Okay. I was hoping for a good, strong closer. Which this is not like a high energy closer, but like it works. It's now that I have the whole little project out, right? It all kind of does make sense from a faraway point of view. Of you come in strong with some energy, first 3 songs, right, and then it kind of chills out just a little bit. 5 HOOPTY. I guess I'm kind of in closing thoughts now, aren't I? But basically, like with HOOPTY and then You Ain't Gotta Lie, I figured 7 and 8 would kind of, we're going to power out of this. But instead, it goes the other way. But then you think about it, like, all right, well, you got a lot of different people involved. You got a lot of different people, a lot of different ideas. Let's try this, let's try that. And in a way, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's experimental because it's not experimental in its sound. But there's a pretty good variety packed in here for 8 songs, 30 minutes, And it is kind of cool because it's almost like this wouldn't really work as a full album. Like if you did this, like if this kept going, let's say we doubled it. Let's say it was an hour. It was 16 songs in an hour. I feel like it wouldn't work. Because it's just too much of what are we doing? Where are we going? We've just got this song, and now we've got this song, and now we've got this song, and now we've got this song. So really, this does feel like an experience of a bunch of people working together, actually doing pretty good fucking job too, honestly. Good production. It feels cohesive, but at the same time, it also feels like yeah, and then we made this kind of song, and then we decided we wanted to make this kind of song, and then we wanted to do this song, and then here we are. And so with that in mind, I really do kind of agree with the order of the songs. To just kind of end it on a vibe, because it's one of those things, right? Like sometimes, most of the time, it sounds like most people don't listen to full albums. Most people, from what I've gathered, just from things I see online. The music nerds like me, we listen to full albums, but generally speaking, people don't listen to full albums. They just listen to a couple songs. And so in that regard too, it's great. Like if you want the more high energy shit, yeah, you put on 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 5, you know, you got your high energy songs, then you're out. But if you want that vibe shit, it's kind of in the back half, even though it's so short, there isn't really like a half, you know? But at the same time, like if you're only going to listen to a couple songs, you're not skipping out on another 45 minutes worth of music or so. You know, it's just a couple other songs. Who cares? It's not a big deal. Interesting, man. Very interesting. Pretty good too, honestly. Pretty good. Like with no expectations, no anything. Very easy to listen to. Good beats, good flows, good vocal performances, funny fucking lyrics. The only one I wasn't really into was Tan. That one just didn't quite click with me for some reason. PHONY was good. A lot of shit talking about people being broken on the internet. Or on the internet because they're broke, essentially. HOOPTY was just fucking ridiculous. I would like to see a music video for HOOPTY, by the way. Yes, please. I think that would be a enjoyable music video to watch. Tracks 1 and 2, I think, are my favorite. I love the way they feed into each other. 1 and 2 were great, and then PHONY was great. I feel like I would like MUTT That Bitch more if it was just called MUTT That Bitch. Like I feel like I want to just knock a point off of that song right there just because they used BIH instead. Well, it's a quick one. This is short for me. Only an hour and 7 minutes, right? This is short for me. Very short. But it's kind of nice. So tomorrow I'm going to listen to more Cancerbero, who is a Spanish-speaking artist. I listened to Mierta last year. That was my first non-English album. I don't really know why I'm saying this at the end of this video. It doesn't really matter. But I think really what I'm doing is, that's one of the reasons why I'm sticking with just this today, because it is shorter, but tomorrow is going to be like an hour and 7 minutes or something. So I'm going to do another reaction tomorrow. I want to listen to that one because this is going to be like the other side of this coin of today I'm sitting down doing something that's just fun, entertaining, bangers, silly, good, you know, good production, good flow, all that kind of stuff, and just not think about the world. And then tomorrow I'm going to flip that around and we're just going to dive into some themes and some topics and really just kind of talk about all the shit tomorrow in Spanish. So get your subtitles going. I will not be in Spanish, unfortunately. I should get a thing. I should get like a voice modulator thing that translates me into Spanish so that I'm just speaking Spanish on the recording. That'd be great. That'd be great. Okay. There you go. There's the Scythe, Denzel Curry and Friends. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. You know, he did great too with the, what was it? The Kings of the Mischievous South 2. Was that last year or already 2 years ago? That was just bangers, that album was. Yeah. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.